Coming back. Whatever. But it was good. You sounded good. I mean, if you were asking if you did the sound right, yes, you did the sound right.
Anyway, when we were having some relationship difficulties and we were really having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, they're switching over, like
Oh my
this
gosh.
podcast thing. It was like, company was like, you got to bring it over to this side. And then it was like, we already got an account and there was another account and I thought we lost them all. It was great.
Yeah, it was a mess. And when you're dealing with technology, it always becomes a challenge, right, babe?
There you go. But
just like marriages and relationships become a challenge.
Exactly.
So we needed a little bit of a tune-up for ourselves, but we're back.
So the technical difficulties came at a time when we had technical difficulties.
That was a good one.
So maybe it was divine intervention.
I think so. The
technical difficulties were occurring at the same time.
Exactly. Made it a little bit of a struggle, though. Just a little bit. But anyway, we're back, and we're excited to be here. We got some catching up to do with you guys. But we wanted to just say, hey, we're good. We're out. We're our old selves again.
Yes.
We got some great news too. We're going to be on a panel on Saturday.
Well, I guess we'd have been on the panel already.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So we were on the panel on Saturday.
See these technical difficulties.
There's technical difficulties. We were on a panel yesterday.
Anyway.
But we can't tell you how it was yet because we haven't done it yet.
But it's coming. Anywho.
But the next episode, we'll talk about that episode as well.
Yes.
For sure. But just know that we are expanding and trying to grow. And we really want to just, get this out there more, grow it into a point where we're doing where we have more couples to come on board. And
Absolutely.
then also, do some couple getaways and, some just sessions because we know that, the information that we're sharing, about our journey, can help others with their journey as well. And that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. And keep in mind, again, we are not experts. We're not coaching anyone. We're just giving you the real, down and dirty, good, bad, and ugly, and whatever of a relationship in our marriage. Yeah. And how we got through it. We've gotten through some trials and tribulations, and we just want to share, and we want to be as candid as we possibly can about it. And I think that helps. I was just talking to a couple of days ago and saying, well, we do this podcast. Like, oh, really? You do? I'm like, yeah, we talk about our almost personal journey through this. Like, wow, you all are telling your business.
But it was interesting because I did this. I talked to another brother that he was talking about. He listened to the podcast with his wife. They've been married for like 18 years, and he said it's been so great for them. But he said, and I told him, I said, one of the things was sometimes it's hard, or you may think you're being judged when you talk to like another couple about what's going on, because everybody has a thing. But at the end of the day, us doing the podcast, like, there's no judgment because at the end of the day, we don't know who's hearing it. Right while we're talking about it, we're just talking about it, and you know what? Once it's out there, it's out there. So it's kind of like you've put it out there. It makes it real.
It does. It makes it. And what he said was, it helped me and my wife for 23 years. 23 years. Mm. Wow. Just to be able to hear some people having the same problems we had.
Yep.
And I think that's the reality of it. Like, anybody who says their marriage or relationship is all peaches and cream, I guarantee you 99.9% that ain't true.
I mean, and like, we enjoy each other. We have a good time. We love each other. But you know what? You also do get frustrated with each other at times. And you know what? You just feel and you go through it and you deal with it, and having that ability to talk about it and share and really relate to others that are going through the same thing. And I think that's, for me, what I found is more people that have listened or are listening or starting to listen will say, man, this came at a good time, or I love it because I'm doing the same thing, and different, like you said, times in relationships, could be 10 years, could be 20 years,
Yeah.
Could be 5 years, could be 1 year,
Could be
all
not
that.
even married yet.
Exactly. But all that together, and people, we even got single people that have listened.
Yeah. I think the most important piece is that we're opening up what people try to hide, what people try to make. It's all stays behind closed doors. But I think when we share, it helps people get through whatever difficulties they're going through, and to let them know that their marriage is okay and it's going to be okay, right?
I think we have to do more of that. You think about in our communities how, and in our families, we don't share certain pieces of information about what's going on with somebody, which could save somebody else's life
or marriage.
Like, imagine, like, how many things do we not know about? How many medical things do we not know about our family because the olden ones kept it hidden? You know what I'm saying? And then you go to the doctor and you're like, you have a history of this in your family? You're like, no. And then you realize, yeah, you do, because no one talked about it. Exactly. And it's the same kind of thing with relationships. Like, how many times do we just don't talk about these things? So we just bottle them in, but somebody else could be going through the exact same thing. And it's not necessarily commiserating with each other, but it's about like sharing and saying, like, look, I think Monica, you just said it best when you said, you two will get through this and it's going to work out, and here's proof, because we all deal with this. You all get to that point, that breaking point, and you just don't let it break.
Yeah,
you keep the Band-Aid until you can weld it back together.
Oh, yes. So we just wanted to say we're here. We haven't gone anywhere. We needed a tune-up of our own. So we're going to talk about these topics. Communication. Man, we suck at this shit. We did. And it's still a work in progress for us.
Yeah. But I think what is understanding each other more and how each other communicates, but that takes time.
It does.
That takes time. You still gonna say things. I remember one of my colleagues that, I think he said they were married for 50 years. And he said, I still say stuff that makes my wife mad. I'm like, but y'all married for 50 years. You should be able to say anything by that point, because it's like, she know you. Like, nope. There's still things that I say that piss her off. And I'm like, wow. Like, that's,
so that means you're going to still say stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm just saying, 50 years from now, I may say something that's going to make you like, what are you talking about?
Sometimes when my husband says stuff, I roll my eyes behind his back. Like, oh my God, really?
I feel it too.
No, you don't.
It's rolling all up my back.
And so we're going to talk about that and how are you responding when you're not listening?
Huh? What'd you say?
See, there you go with that. And I know this is Jason's favorite. I was a runner. I was a track star. Yeah, this is not no one's song here, but
gold medalist.
Jeez. Gold medalist. All right, whatever. And sorry, but that was one of our favorites. This is what we learned in our therapy session, which was groundbreaking for both of us, right?
Yeah. And then when I hear it now, either see a movie or somebody else says it, I'm thinking like, oh, that doesn't work.
Exactly. Love when a therapy session comes to fruition, right? Comes full circle. And then we're going to talk about what affirmations can you say to your spouse. And I need this, meaning how do we address each other's needs when it's important, when it's needed. And then we talking about going to the other room. Yeah, you're going to like that one. That one's pretty good. Yeah. I have feelings, believe it or not. And this is more so me making sure that I understand that my husband has feelings too. And men do have feelings.
Men cry.
Yes, they do. And if you don't, I know you do.
It's okay.
So, and this is hurt. This hurt is real, and talking about vulnerability, which is really important too. And Shit just got real after 7 years. Woo, man, when I tell you that hit home for us.
Is that what it was? 7 years?
It's 7 years.
You sure?
13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 6 years there, right?
6.
Yes. We were at our breaking point at that point, but that's going to be a good topic. Love is a four-letter word, living our vested existence. I'm excited. So we ain't going to tell you all our extra topics, but there's more to come. So we just want to say we're back. We're here. We're good. And next one's going to talk about communication. We suck at this shit. All right, people. Know that you're my rock.
And you're my peace.
And we love you guys and hope you follow us on our love journey.
There you go.
All right then. Bye.
Peace.